It is a real job. I woke up, immediately went to work. I haven't gotten on my pajamas yet. These are the official Cappy Cat pajamas. I think I got them at Walmart. I don't know. I got them somewhere. I don't know how Hugh Hefner stayed in his pajamas so long. I kind of have I gotta get out of my pajamas. Of course, he had more of a smoker lounging thing, but I think that was shtick. After a while, he'd be like, I have a smoker jacket. I don't wear it that much because I'm not smoking that much. I do take it to the cigar lounge occasionally. Clary. I'm like, yes, hello. How are you, commoners? Yes. Got an ascot and everything. If you look up some of the older bachelor pad theater, I'm always in the get-up. It's a nice get-up, too. It's nice, but I just take some doing just to smoke a cigar. All right. This is one that goes all over the place, and I've learned to stop fighting. If you guys want to vomit questions up, you get to pay a vomit fee. If you want to write block text, you can pay a block text fee. If you want to ask stupid question, you get a stupid question fee. I'll just charge more money. Though, in fairness to the requester, this is just he had multiple questions. Hello, asshole. I just turned 23. Today marks 1 year at my civil engineering job after graduating college. You should graduate from college. I don't know what college you graduated from. That they didn't teach you that you need a prepositional phrase there, but it's probably a shitty engineering college. As I reflect on how good my situation is, I realize I owe a lot of it to the advice I received from your videos. Awesome. When I was in high school, all I gave a shit about was kicking ass on the track team. What? You can't make a living running track? And banging my high school sweetheart. I had zero direction and did not know what to do after graduation. On top of that, I was receiving terrible advice on all fronts. Teachers, advisors, and parents were all telling me to just get a degree in something you love, pursue your passion and money will follow, and all other kinds of shitty advice. And this is what happens to those people. Luckily, in the dark cave of terrible life advice, I saw the light of Aaron Clary's YouTube channel. Your videos woke me up to some realities of the world at a young age that many of my peers still don't understand now. As I look around at multiple of my friends who have $60,000 of debt, no job, and nothing to show for at least 5 years of life, I realize that your influence on my thought process is giving me a serious advantage in life. But yes, you're still not using paragraphs or graduating from college. And not you, but other people still take out loans for cars. I realize that your influence on my thought process has given me a serious advantage in life. It is amazing what adhering to reality and truth will do. I can't thank you enough. Thanks to you, I decided I would not get a useless degree. Instead, decided to go for the hard route and get an engineering degree. Awesome. I would like to break this video into 2 parts. Holy shit, now we get to it. 1, your current advice on my situation. 2, advice from me to any of your younger viewers who are in the same position I was 5 years ago. Note, part 2 might make a better guest post for your blog opposed to a video. Let me know what you think, guys. I am so the reason I've had it, my prices have more than doubled since I started is because you guys don't get to the point. I gotta charge more. I do 4 hours a day of this shit. You don't see the emails I gotta do. I'm still in my pajamas. And then I got to work out. Then I got to work on other projects. Yeah, no, it's great. I make the money. But guys, I got the great one. Aaron, you got to learn to take your time. It's like, yeah, but not for work. Part 1, mostly I want to make this video to give back to your channel because it helped me so much. So take as long as you want. We'll pay you up for an hour. Current situation, 23. You live in a town. Nice town, by the way. You make a good money. $30,000 cash, $6,000 in 401k, $8,000 in Bitcoin. There you go. I like my job. I get to be outside on job sites multiple times a week instead of cooped up in an office. I have a fair boss and it's fairly relaxed environments. By all measures, I'm doing pretty great. Yeah, you are. Dude, 23? You're blowing me out of the water. Many of the people I remember from high school that I thought would be way ahead of me by now are surprisingly or not surprising you, either working minimum wage or still living with their parents or sell with huge amounts of debt already. I remember so many of them that, like you, could run real good or throw a ball real good, but not as good as the other guy that got the scholarship and went to state. And I know so many because girls were good at school. They're not that good at life. They're really good at school. So a lot of valedictorians, I'm going to change lives and help children. It's like, why are you wasting your super high IQ, your 4.0 GPA on that dumbass shit? Could have made your child psychology or communication. It's like, why? Why? You could do anything you wanted. Why are you doing that shit? Makes me feel rather good about myself, but I'm not ready to let off the gas yet. Your advice got me this far. I want to know what is recommend me do next. I'm thinking I need to invest some of this cash. Recommendations: DCA and the index fund, learn rental real estate, learn rental property. That's good. You learn first. Everybody out there, dude, I'm going to get into real estate. You would actually study it first. Well, wait. Are you Mac? Here, let's do some basic stuff. You didn't mention your 200 ounces of silver. Do you have your 200 ounces of silver? Do you have maybe another 100 ounces of junk silver? I might add that to my philosophy there. Do you have no debt? Let's make sure you have no debt. Did you max out your 401k? Did you contribute to an IRA with a tax deduction? I can't tell you what to invest in. I can't tell you real estate. I can't tell you which index funds to invest in. I could tell you that you can look at retirement funds, but what you invest in is ultimately up to you. I'm not paid to tell people what to invest in. I merely give you options. You have the right to choose them or not. You could learn real estate property. If you want to stay in that town, inevitably you would have to start. But honestly, no, you're 23. No, not that one. Here's what you need to do. This is why I do your money with. Here, and I'm not joking. If you haven't read this book, get this book and read it. You need to get not out of the United States. You need to go and explore. And you're actually in a pretty good town to do that because everything's kind of equidistant to you. That's what I would do. You got to go and explore this country and figure out where you want to live before you buy property. I would not even bother with, you can learn about real estate. You can learn how to read a Schedule E. Maybe take some classes on how to repair things. That's fine in anticipation, but you got to go explore now, man. So that's what I would do. That's why I throw some money. So you don't have your silver. You haven't explored. Max out your 401ks and your IRAs. Start some kind of side hustle. My job is okay, but I don't want to be stuck doing it forever. Do you have any recommendations for skills I could learn to monetize? Hang on. I'm going to say it again. All you young dipshit boys. I want to start a business. Fine. Go get 10 years working experience in a field that's very intense so you know you're the best at that field and you see things that other people don't. And then a business idea will come to you. Or there's an outside chance, like old dipshit Clary. Oh, dude, came up with this. What? People, I got an idea. I would be beer money. I'll be my normal prickish self on the internet, and I'll yell at people and charge them money. That way you'll feel good for me, and some idiots might actually pay. Holy shit, now this is like 20 hours a week. Now the house is paid off. Now I could afford the occasional poke bowl. Yes. Okay, guys, never ask me what you should do for a business. Don't even ask me what skills. You know what skills. The hard skills, the vast majority of the population doesn't want to do. You could become a CPA. You could become an engineer. Like you go work in engineering. Maybe study metallurgy. Maybe study a field in civil engineering that no one wants to. Find something no one wants to do and do it for an egregious fucking fee. Find something that everybody wants, but is really hard to learn and master that skill and do it for a lot of fucking money. Or go specialize in a field, keep your eye open, and when you see a business idea, go and fucking do it. And there is your side hustle. Or if you want to be like me, be incredibly clever and have a lot of time driving because you're doing a ton of road trips and hiking, and always have your phone on you or a notepad because your mind will wander and you will come up with some actually clever ideas. and then go pursue those. I've done a couple house painting jobs on the side already. Fine. Do you enjoy it? Do you make money? I mean, you're not going to make a lot of money. You make some. And do some reconnaissance. Good. Okay. I've lived here my whole life. Time to see the rest of the country. How do you recommend I do this while working? It's in this book. It's in this book. You're going to have to do rocket run vacations, fly out, fly back, get a rental car. You have a problem being 23 because I don't think you can legally rent a rental car now. Although maybe they're desperate, and now's the time to do it. You are within shot of at least 2 major metro areas I know that are only about 4 hours away that you should scope out. It's in that book. It's in the book. Any recommendations on where to go? Yeah, it's in the book. But right now, I'd fly to Vegas. I go to Denver. I go to Phoenix. If you want to try Texas, Dallas is the first place I'd start. I'm not a big fan of Houston. Fuck Austin. Check out San Antonio. Very rarely, I can't, maybe Tennessee and Florida. Those are about the only states I consider east of the Mississippi worth visiting. Everything else is out west. Don't go to California. Don't bother with Oregon. Washington State, maybe. Maybe you like the cold. Maybe you like Idaho, Montana. South Dakota is, I admit, pretty boring, except I like that little area of the Black Hills. A lot of people find that even boring. So there you go. Get the book, Reconnaissance Man. Read it. Or listen to it. That's one, though, I would think because of the the charts and the maps. Well, that's right. I threw a couple pictures because I traveled all over the place. I did a good job on this little short book here. It was not bad at all. Yeah, get this because of the maps. If anything, you'll have an idea. Finally, one random question. Are you familiar with the blog Wall Street Playboys? What is your opinion of them? Along with yourself, I found the writing pretty inspirational. I guess. Do any of them actually live on Wall Street? Or they just say they do? Advice from real Wall Street professionals. Efficiency. Get rich without giving up your life. New readers, please read. Shopping left question. They got some books out. Spending for maximum return. I don't know. To be fair, I have to read through it. I'd have to read through it. But when I hear Playboy, my hair immediately goes up. Where it's like, oh, are we going to sell the Dubro lifestyle, or is it going to be more like Warren Buffett? You know, is it going to be old man wisdom? Like, oh yeah, don't buy a fancy car. Look, if their financial advice is good, fine. I don't know. But I don't know if they're like, dude, bro, get yourself a boat and the girls will suck your dick. No. That I don't. But if it's like, hey, dipshit, go major in something worthwhile or spend your money this way, and here's how you get a rate of return a little bit more financially inclined, then yeah. But I have to read through them. Part 2, really long rant. Let me know if this would be better. Good guest post like Captain Cap. No, let's just get this out here now because I'm a busy fucking guy. I'm an important fucking person. Look at my fancy clothes and my nice haircut. Part 2 for your younger viewers. Engineering school is a viable path. Here's how you do it from somebody who did it. Step 1, high school. Did you guys know that in order to go to college, you have to go to high school? Technically not. You can just skip it, but anyway. Take your AP college courses in high school, especially humanities classes. I never had to take an English class in college. I only had to do one bullshit women's studies course. Stack up as much cash as you can to apply for scholarships. 2, choosing a school. For engineering, the school you go to does not matter. You might be smart to have options for expensive private schools, Colorado School of Mines, etc. Don't fall for it. In engineering, it really doesn't make an impact on the caliber of jobs you get after graduation. Might as well go to a cheap state school instead of loading up on debt. Year 1, this is your chance to get straight A's. Classes only get harder as you progress through college engineering school. This is true. You're right. Using these dumbass liberal arts classes that only the moron liberal arts majors use that to subsidize your GPA. You'll not be able to play catch up with your GPA. You do not work a job in your first year of school. This is why you got scholarships that worked in high school and summer before. Studying is your job. You'll go to the library every day and study. You will see many people switch majors after they fail a couple tests in a row. Don't be a pussy. Summer year number 1, you might be able to get an internship, but it's extremely unlikely. If you can't get one, don't worry. Just get a summer job and make as much as you can during the summer. For me, this meant working for a landscaping company, mowing lawns on the side. Another good idea is to look ahead and see if you can take any summer classes, either online through your state school, through your local community college. Make sure the credits will transfer. That's an important one, boys and girls. That's an important one. Year 2, at this point, you will know how much work it takes to get good grades. Keep it up. At this point, you can start going to career fairs. Go to every single one. Oh, man, I would disagree with that. But you're more recent, more successful than me. So maybe you're right. Make a good resume, print off 20 copies, force yourself to hand out all 20 copies every career fair, force yourself to ask for an interview for an internship. This gets easier with more practice. The reason you start doing these now is that you are a pro by the time you're a senior. Also get a part-time job. If you're like me, you'll need the money. Also, it looks good to employers. There's not a single extracurricular activity that looks as good to potential employers as working a part-time job. Fuck concrete canoe. What's concrete canoe? And all your other stupid engineering clubs. If you could get one in the library similar, where you could study on the clock, that is golden. I never could land one of those gigs, though. Well, you got to be a certain age to have a gun, but if you got armed security, that helps out. Internship. If you couldn't get one, you didn't try hard enough. Jokes aside, if you didn't get one, work a job, take classes similar to last summer. Year 3, the classes are getting harder. Grades will not be as good as the first 2 years, despite working just as hard. Try not to let the GPA drop too much. Keep working any part-time job. I painted houses during year 3. Job hunting in year 3 is the most important thing you'll do in college. Whatever internship you do will likely become a full-time job after graduation. Dude, here's one problem with you. Not you, this is the problem. You graduated into like one of the best economies we've had since like the late 60s. Unemployment was under 4%. Not to say that any of this changes, but just because you got an internship does not guarantee you get a full-time job after graduation. Year 4, at this point, your GPA is pretty much set. GPA will continue to drop as you progress towards graduation. This is why it's important to lock up some job offers as early as possible. This is the focus of year 4. Yeah, you will have to do your senior design class, and the classes are harder, but the real reason you're here in the first place is to get a job. Don't forget it. Last semester of senior year, you can let loose. Make sure you pass all your classes, but other than that, do whatever you want. Some miscellaneous advice to save time and money. Skip as many classes as possible. I barely went to class. Your time is better spent in the library working practice problems yourself than nodding off watching some dude who barely speaks English do the problems for you. Yes. Studying on your own is a much more efficient use of your time. And if you're working security, you could do both. Don't buy all the textbooks. At $300 a pop, these things will cause you to spend way too much money. Usually the library will have copies of some of the basic textbooks, calculus, chemistry, physics. Also, you can find a free PDF version of whatever book you're looking for with a quick Google search. You could share a book with a few friends. If all else fails, go to the bookstore, take pictures of the homework problems, and leave. I saved thousands of dollars by not buying books unless I really had to. Awesome. Following this plan, you should get decent grades, multiple job offers, miscellaneous work experience. You still have time to party. I actually party more than most of my business major friends. The trick is to get your shit done during the day so you're free at night. I'm not particularly smart. In fact, I had a high school teacher tell me there was no way I would make it through engineering. So, yeah, your high school teacher, right? Teachers, huh? Teachers. Yeah, they're the leaders of society. They can't do so. Here's our failures. Our failures are all aggregated in one area. There are teachers. Because the rest of us are either too busy collecting welfare and don't have the ego to go act like we're doing something like teachers, or actually way too effing smart that we actually have to do something legitimate and, do the production and the real world working shit. So these they're like our special brother who's special needs. Oh, why don't you change lives and help the children? Bob, what can teachers do? Well, she's pretty dumb. I don't know. Wait a minute. She could do simple division, right? Yeah, go have her teach the second grade. She should be able to handle that. Working hard and spending time in the library banging out practice problems will give you better grades than all the smart kids. Note that the path I've laid out is for civil engineering, as it is the easiest engineering degree, so all my chemical engineering friends tell me. but is the easiest one to get a job in. Some of those same chemical engineers can't find a job now. Finally, a quick note on grad school. It is for people that couldn't get a job after graduation. C, did no internships. Don't waste your time if you can help it. No, just don't get a master's degree. Like, unless you're on your way to, like, you have to get a doctorate to, I don't know, become a psychologist. But there's no reason to get a master's degree. No reason. Do not waste your time if you can't. End part 1. If you won't make this video good, let me know. We'll spiff it up. No, that's all right. But just send me whatever you want for part 2, but I'm going to charge you again. So that's it. There you go. What do we got for super chats? Any super chats? No. Boom. We're done. All right. Don't major in education. All right, let's talk about this. He probably read Bachelor Economics. He probably read Worthless all night. Oh, by the way, June is Worthless Degree Awareness Month. Do I have a copy of Worthless anywhere? Oh, no, here it is. Worthless Degree Awareness Month. Get your book Worthless. All right, we'll see you guys later. Toodles.